Welcome back, film fans, to the Film Fusion podcast, where we dive deep into the world of film. I'm your host, Julie, and today is a very special episode. Joining me is Lea Falstead, talking to us about the marketing and distribution of the new big film, Unsolved. Welcome, Lea.
Thanks for having me.
We've got so much to talk about, so let's get into it. When creating the film, what was the target audience in mind?
Our primary target audience is 15 to 30-year-old women, as our main character is a 19-year-old girl, so she is identifiable to relate with for this age category. Her young age makes her highly relatable to a younger audience, especially those who aspire to break barriers. According to the psychometric theory, she appeals to aspirers, individuals who seek success and status. She challenges traditional stereotypes of successful people being older, which is atypical for the genre. The target audience is of a higher demographic of ABC1, which is represented through her being middle/upper class. Our main character Bella's political leaning is also left-wing. We show this through her advocating for gender equality, which represents her character as strong-willed and inspirational. This corresponds with the feminist movements in today's society. For example, the Me Too movement and the push for equal representation in media. Our secondary audience is men. This example, men are typically the target audience of thriller films, so would be likely to watch this film due to the genre.
Wow, that's so interesting. How have you satisfied the audience's expectations of narrative, genre and themes in the opening sequence of the film?
The film blends elements of thriller and sci-fi to engage a broad audience. Throughout our film, we included key iconography of the sci-fi genre, which is a subgenre of the film. This is shown through the vast amount of technology all around and the element of the email coming from the future, which are elements that will captivate sci-fi fans. At the same time, we ensure thriller conventions are present, with suspense being built throughout the film. This wide variety of genres will draw in a wide audience, as it will appeal to many more people. Furthermore, the theme of female empowerment is a significant draw for our target audience, reinforcing Unsolved as a film that prioritizes strong female representation. This aligns with Laura Mulvey's male gaze theory, as our film actively subverts traditional portrayals of women in cinema, allowing Bella to be the protagonist in her story rather than an object of male desire.
And why should the listeners go to watch the film? What makes it unique?
Our unique selling point is that Unsolved passes the Bechdel test, highlighting its contemporary position of female representation. For those who do not know, the Bechdel test has 3 main rules. The film must include at least 2 women who have at least one conversation which must be about something other than a man. By meeting these standards, our film challenges typical gender norms, countering Judith Butler's gender performativity theory, and emphasizes female narratives. This will appeal to our desired target audience of left-wing women who actively seek out media with a strong female representation. In a genre where females exist to advance a male character story, our film stands out due to it prioritizing female voices. This progressive approach aligns with the film's contemporary feminist values, but also positions our film as a socially relevant piece in today's society. Additionally, Unsolved reflects ideological shifts in media, moving away from patriarchal storytelling and now embracing feminist stories.
That's a bold approach. Now let's talk about distribution. There are many common methods of film distribution used by all films. Which of these are you using?
We are using traditional methods of film distribution, including theatrical releases, DVD and Blu-ray, network TV and streaming. We are planning to premiere into cinemas first to build excitement and anticipation around the film. After the initial cinema run, we will then make the film available on major streaming sites such as Amazon Prime, Netflix and Disney+. This ensures film's accessibility, reaching the widest audience possible. This is also due to the growing rate of subscriptions for streaming services and in order to maximize revenue streams. Streaming will also make Unsolved available to a global audience, which can provide greater global success. From an ideological perspective, streaming services allow a wide range of stories to be heard, beyond mainstream Hollywood stories. This is crucial for films like Unsolved, which challenge mainstream norms and prioritize progressive storytelling.
Okay, so now that everyone knows where to go watch the film, which non-conventional method of distribution will you be using?
Merchandising and brand collaborations are going to be a big part of our distribution. For example, Marvel and DC films frequently collaborate with brands like H&M and Uniqlo for film-themed fashion lines. We would also really like to collaborate with a tech company such as Microsoft or Apple. This will appeal to our target audience of tech-savvy people and draw in a wider audience as well. Depending on which streaming site we exhibit on, we would like to create an attraction or experience in a theme park, such as Disney's Star Wars experience. Of course, we will also be using all different sites of social media. This will attract more of our target audience, with majority of social media users being between 15 and 30, ensuring a more successful launch and premiere to our film. Through social media, we will be able to connect more directly with our audience, creating a more loyal audience who will go out to watch the film, due to hype being built around the film. The social media sites will include behind-the-scenes footage, interviews with actors, live events and giveaways, which will engage a younger audience of digital natives interested in pop culture, which we ultimately want. Audiences will also become active consumers rather than passive consumers through interacting with the film through social media. This will create a sense of community around Unsolved, ensuring its impact into wider cultural discourse.
This all sounds great. By combining traditional and new distribution techniques, you are ensuring Unsolved reaches a broad audience. Lea, thank you for joining us today and providing all of these insights into the marketing and distribution of Unsolved.
Thank you for having me. I can't wait for everyone to experience Unsolved coming out on the 10th of May this year.
And that's all we have for you this week. Thank you so much for tuning in to Film Fusion. If you want to keep hearing about all of the up-and-coming films, make sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. See you next week.